Success doesn't come easy. A big part of the journey is developing mental fortitude, which means you're able to remain focused on the outcome without letting adversities or challenges cause you to quit prematurely. And we're going to tell you how. Number 1. Developing mental fortitude includes 4 C's. Aluxers, when building mental strength, there are 4 words beginning with C you need to consider. They are control, commitment, challenge, and confidence. Let's touch on each of them. Control refers to how in control of your life you feel. Do you have a good handle on your emotions? Do you have a purpose in life that motivates you each day? Are you comfortable with yourself and in which direction your life is going? If you're experiencing the opposite of this and feel like you have no control over the events that unfold or you have little influence over the outcomes in your life, then this is an area that needs attention. Commitment refers to your focus and reliability. If you're high on this scale, you're good at setting goals and achieving them, and you're not easily distracted. If you're low, you struggle to prioritize and get into good habits needed for success. Challenge refers to your adaptability and your drive. Instead of seeing problems, you see them as a challenge, something to get through to achieve your goal. When you're low, you see challenges as a threat and often make excuses as to why you're unable to move forward. Confidence means how comfortable you feel pursuing your goals. You take things in your stride and inevitably you know you're on the right path. Having little confidence means small setbacks are hard to overcome, and you have little to no influence over others. Number 2. Small wins create mental fortitude. Aluxers, how many times have you missed a workout because your mind said, "Not today, I'm too tired"? Probably too many to remember. And how much easier is it after that to keep on making excuses until you realize, shit, I haven't worked out in 3 months? Now, how about celebrating the small wins here? Your mind says, it's not up for the gym today, but you go anyway. Afterwards, you feel great, don't you? You're proud of yourself. And then it's much easier to go back to the gym the next day. But you need to make that choice. You need to move to go to the gym. You need to choose to study an extra chapter. You need to choose to skip the party and catch up on work instead. Only you can make the decision for yourself. And remember to subscribe to our channel, Aluxers. We want to share our journey with you, and we'd love to hear yours too. Number 3. Goals are great, but it's the steps to get there that are important. Canadian writer Robin Sharma once said, "Discipline is built by consistently performing small acts of courage." Let that sink in, Aluxers. We all have goals and dreams, but we don't all have an action plan to achieve them. Actionable steps need to be put in place and how they'll be executed. Remember that these steps need to align with your beliefs and values, both of which you never want to compromise. Your action plan will be a huge part in developing mental fortitude. It'll be easy to see how far you've come when you're feeling a little bit low, and you can enjoy the small successes along the way. We highly recommend you watch our video, 15 Steps to Reinvent Yourself and Start Over, for some great advice on taking small steps. Plus, there's a challenge waiting for you to sign up to. Number 4. Train your thinking toward toughness. Just like you need to train your body to get fit, the same applies to your brain. The American Journal of Psychiatry posted the results of a study proving that U.S. Marines who took part in mindfulness-based mind fitness training were able to significantly recover from stress after completing the course. Part of the training was 30 minutes of mindfulness and self-regulation every day. Just like training for a race, it takes time and energy and doesn't always come naturally. But take those small steps and work on it daily, and before you know it, you're crossing the finish line and receiving your gold medal. And Aluxers, when we say toughness, we don't mean you'll be some kind of unsympathetic bastard. We mean that you strengthen your mind. Your thoughts no longer dwell on the inconsequential crap, and you're able to control your thinking, whereas before it would run amok, causing undue stress and anxiety. Number 5. Practice controlled exposure. There's no denying that this is probably not the most comfortable part of building mental fortitude, but it must be done to progress. By putting yourself in situations that would usually break your confidence, in small doses will help you improve in those areas. Stepping out of your comfort zone is a big part of building mental strength, and Forbes.com confirms this by saying, "New challenges and experiences rewire your brain and make it more adaptable, stronger, and healthier. Each milestone makes it easier to tackle another milestone, and you'll become more resilient and prepared for whatever comes your way." There's no need to start big. If you're not keen on speaking to strangers, start by simply saying a few lines to the person serving you some coffee or the garden service mowing your lawn. Work your way up from there. We promise it does get easier. Number 6. When you slip up, don't let it dictate the rest of your day, week, or month. Aluxers, your mistakes don't define you. So sure, you might not be proud of your lack of drive at the moment, but that doesn't mean you don't have any drive and passion in you. It's just a glitch. It's temporary. You can change and you can fix it. When you're mentally strong, you'll acknowledge this and be able to move past the slip-up quickly, effortlessly, and without being too hard on yourself. There's a quote that sums it up perfectly. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. If you keep picking yourself back up, can you imagine how much stronger you'll become? And even if that strength means deciding to quit a certain part of your life, that's okay too, because essentially you're still moving forward, albeit in a different direction. Number 7. Work on self. This is a key area for mental fortitude. Self-care. And Aluxers, we're not just speaking about bubble baths and cups of tea. We're talking about getting the right nutrition, enough sleep, exercise, quiet time for self-reflection and meditation, proper medical care, and opportunities to laugh. Cultivate gratitude. Having a grateful heart is a beautiful way to boost your mental health. It helps you realize that some problems really aren't problems after all. And connect with others. You need a tribe that's going to support you and be there for you. Friends that are happy for your successes and there for you when you're having that slip up. They're the people who will call you on your shit because they want to see you grow and improve. Number 8. The road to resilience doesn't mean you don't care. When people think about the term mental strength, it can often have a negative connotation attached to it. It's assumed that the person is uncaring, unsupportive, unsympathetic, or is unable to show empathy, which is incorrect. When you're building mental fortitude, this is what you'll find. You'll manage emotions better. So when people come to you with a problem, you won't get wrapped into the problem emotionally, but you'll be able to take a step back and see the situation for what it is and support them from a confident place. Perseverance. You don't just throw in the towel, not with work, goals, friendships, or family. However, you do know when to call it a day and move on. It gives you courage. So instead of believing the haters or worrying about what others think, you remain focused on your goal and moving toward it. As written by Amy Morin for Forbes, the stronger you become, the more likely you are to reach your goals, live according to your values, experience the most joy, and contribute to society in a meaningful way. Number 9. Watch your rhetoric. As powerful as our brains are, they can really f us in ways that don't do us any favors. You're such an idiot. You don't even know what you're doing. You're so fat, ugly, so boring. We could go on. Aluxers, you know the shit you say to yourself in your mind. Do you think you're building mental fortitude while saying these things? Not a chance. So it's up to you to actually start saying nice things to yourself. Start small and work your way up. You're in no way being vain or narcissistic, but when you feel good about yourself, you help others feel good about themselves, and your mental fortitude is having a party inside your head. And still to come, another great hint to help build mental fortitude. Number 10. Don't get caught in repetitive cycles. Learn from your past. The beauty about the journey to mental strength and fortitude is you become aware of repetitive cycles. You'll find it easier over time to recognize when you're returning to what didn't serve you in the past and nip it in the bud immediately. When we find ourselves stuck in this repetitiveness, we don't see possibility and have little perspective. And let's not fool ourselves. Sometimes this repetitive cycle serves us in some way, and we have an excuse not to go out and do what scares us. But by following these steps listed in our video, you'll be able to break free from that cycle and gain huge momentum in your life. So, Aluxers, what advice can you give to others building mental fortitude? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. And of course, you stuck with us until the end, here's your bonus. A great way to build mental strength is to practice visualization. According to Stack.com, by visualizing, you're conditioning your brain for successful outcomes. You're eliminating the unknowns of competition and preparing yourself for any scenario. You're building your confidence as an athlete, and you're creating a strong mind and a strong body. Start by visualizing small parts of a bigger picture. Make the image as detailed as possible. As you get used to doing this in smaller chunks of visualizing, you can work your way up to the whole scenario. Eventually, you'll start to think you're experiencing déjà vu because the real event will unfold exactly as you've imagined it. Thanks for watching, Aluxers. We're so glad you did. Please leave us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. We have plenty more.